I'm going to let you do the intro this time.
Whoa. You can't mix stuff up like that.
Oh, okay. I can do it
I
then.
do the outro, you do the intro.
True story, bro. Welcome back to another episode of the Uncut Truth.
What's up?
What's going on today?
Not much, man. Interesting weekend in pros and in college.
Yeah, very interesting week. As I agree as well. In case you guys are wondering, we are going to get to some basketball. Not yet, though. Probably wait another week, and then we're going to have some basketball once we see kind of where these teams are at. But yeah, very interesting week as we're trying to figure out who is really the top dog. All right, so jumping off to Thursday night football, we got the Dolphins at the Ravens.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
I'm taking the Dolphins as well.
All right, the Vikings at the Browns.
Vikings win again.
Vikings continue it. Let's go.
Raiders at the Bills.
Bills.
Toss up here, but I took the Bills as well.
All right, the Colts at the Bengals.
I think the Bengals get healthy and win again.
I think the Bengals get it going.
Chargers at Patriots.
Patriots.
I'm shaking my head as I pick the Patriots again.
Bears at the Saints.
I really wanted to pick the Bears, but I picked the Saints.
Same here. I picked the Saints as well.
Falcons at the Jets.
Falcons.
I'm taking the Falcons as well.
49ers at the Eagles.
The 49ers aren't winning this game. Eagles. Panthers at the Bucks.
Taking Carolina.
I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Oh.
This is the first game that we picked different teams on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm taking Tampa Bay in this one at home.
Steelers at the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions.
Taking the Steelers.
All right, and then we'll come back and discuss the Texans and Seahawks game. They are playing in Seattle. Who you got and why?
I'm taking the Texans. I think they're playing really good. I mean, coming off of a bye week, getting everybody healthy. I think that definitely helps out. Seahawks, even though they just did get a pretty nice win. It was against the Giants of all teams. I mean, the Texans are a lot better team than the Giants, at least playing wise as of right now, a lot healthier. And I think the Texans are going to come out and shock the world.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see Russell Wilson running around like he normally does in that behind the line of scrimmage, because I think the Texans are going to get some pressure on him and sack him. I think the Texans win because they're going to run the ball and they're going to put Deshaun Watson in favorable situations in this game. Next game, we got the Cowboys at the Redskins. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Was this hard to pick them?
No. I'm not real high up on the Redskins in general. And then if the Cowboys could play like they did last week, if they could not try to force it, stick to the run game, I think they got a shot. The Redskins, I mean, you got choke artist McGee over there at quarterback. I don't know if you want to try to leave the game in his hands, but I think the Cowboys are going to be a little too much this week.
I'm picking the choker.
Wow.
Choke Cousins. I didn't want to. I mean, I really don't want to, but this seems like a game where the Cowboys come out and struggle running the ball early on. Maybe Zeke gets 3 or 4 carries for around 6 yards, and then they start airing it out every down, and they're going to end up throwing it 40 times, and before you know it, the game's got away, and the Redskins are somehow on top. So I think the Cowboys coaching staff is going to revert back to their old ways and try throwing it every down, and it's just not going to work with this Cowboys team. The last game, our game of the week, is Monday Night Football. The Broncos at the Chiefs, a divisional game and a huge one for both of these teams.
Now, who
do I got? I can go first on this one. I'm taking the Broncos. It seems like here recently the Broncos have played good. It seems like about every other week. They put up a goose egg and then somehow they come out and are world beaters, although they did lose 2 games in a row to the Giants and the Chargers. But they beat the Raiders a week before that, so, I mean, go figure. And they beat the socks off the Cowboys. But I'm taking the Broncos because I think they're going to put pressure on Alex Smith, and Alex Smith doesn't like taking hits. And run the ball, Broncos.
See, I'm going the other way. I'm going the Chiefs, and that's mainly because they have way too many weapons to contain. The Broncos couldn't contain the Chargers, man. I mean, I don't know what their deal is, but they've lost their identity, whereas the Chiefs know what they need to do. They know who they are, and they just need to execute it. They got a stud, a rookie running back. They got good speed on the outside, and I don't think the Broncos will be able to focus enough to keep them on lock. I think the Chiefs win this in pretty good fashion.
They didn't lose because of the defense against the Chargers. They only allowed 242 total yards in that game. The Broncos had more yards than the Chargers did. They just did not score any points. And they turned the ball over.
Well,
in fact, I think they had 3 turnovers in that game. Yeah, the Broncos had 3 turnovers.
If I had to pick between the two quarterbacks, I'm taking Alex Smith all day.
Yeah, I'd probably take him over Trevor Siemian, but surely they're going to run the ball with what's his name? Anderson, CJ Anderson. Surely he's going to get some carries in this one. And maybe even Jamal Charles. Maybe Jamal Charles has a big game against his old team. Thanks for checking out another episode of The Uncut Truth. Leave us comments below and keep the conversation going with us. We love to see those comments, and we will definitely be replying to those. So leave us comments below, and we'll mention you on next week's show.
Man, if you guys are new, subscribe. If you like the video, leave a like. Make sure you follow us on social media, on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, anything and everything that's new. We're not doing any of the old school stuff. We're hot. We're fresh. Give us a follow. This has been The Uncut Truth.